Hey, it's Steve Zonardi here with Real Estate on Record with Mike Gaddy. Stefano's going to ask us some questions that he has in his mind right now.
I got one question. Why did you say real estate on rec?
On record, no?
You said
Record.
rec. You said
Short form. It's
Okay.
abbreviation.
Oh,
Correct.
okay. Real estate on record. Yeah. So listen, first of all, I want to ask you guys something. Is there such a thing as a stupid question?
No. No.
No? Okay. I got a few then.
This is Mike's nice quiet.
So I have the top 10 stupidest questions that people can ask a realtor. Now, let's go with the obvious. Very first one. A home buyer or seller comes to you and says, or actually a buyer says, so what can you tell me about the house?
It's a very open-ended
Is that
question.
no? So hold on. Let's actually make this a bit more fun. Is that a stupid or smart question?
No, they're setting you up just to test you and find out what you know about the house.
Yeah, they're filling for information.
Yeah.
But what kind of information could they possibly?
Tell me about this house. And it's just like, it's a great house, great location. It's priced well. I think you'll do well in the future.
I think they're more
Yeah.
asking just for them to find out more information that they don't know anything about the house.
Okay. Is this a stupid or not question? Is the furniture for sale?
No, we get that all the time because people, like especially in staged houses, people will fall in love with the staging and then buy the house for the staging and then want to buy the staging with the house.
Those are not stupid questions. Those are pretty normal
Yeah,
questions.
those are daily questions.
So based on TorontoRealtyBlog.com, they said that these are the top 10 stupidest questions
wrote
asked
it?
in 2024. Let me see.
It wasn't a realtor that wrote
No.
these questions.
Anonymous.
Of course it is.
No, because whoever it
I
was.
gotta put a piece together.
All right. Is it a stupid question to ask if there's any asbestos, termites, lead piping, or mold in this home?
No, it's a very valid question.
Depends if it's
because depends when the house was built, right? It might have been built with asbestos, lead, and all
Have
all
you
the
guys come
above
across any homes, like a home inspector ever saw any asbestos in any of your
all
homes?
the time.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Hasn't it been banned for like a good...
since
Wow.
the 70s.
And you're still finding them in homes?
Yeah, of course.
They're not gonna take them out.
No,
They stay with the
it's
house.
it's okay as long as you don't touch it. But like your kids go to school, right?
Yeah.
Okay. How old's the school?
15 years?
Okay, so it's not that old. You go to Toronto, all these schools are from the 50s, 60s, 70s.
You
They
think
all
there's
have,
asbestos?
I guarantee you they have
Yeah.
asbestos.
Really?
Yeah.
My house I just sold in Boyne had vermiculite in the attic.
Yeah.
The house was built in the 80s, and they blew vermiculite because it was a custom build, and they blew some shitty vermiculite from Montana in there, which
What is that?
It's got asbestos in it. It's insulation.
What kind of insulation do they use now, Steve?
They changed it. So listen, asbestos is actually a really good product for a thermal layer. It's an amazing product, even also for fire barrier. It's amazing. It's just it kills you.
That's the only problem. So,
The
only
only problem, it's really good, but it
Yeah,
kills you.
it's good at everything else, but keeping you alive.
Steve, is this a stupid question? What are the neighbors like?
No,
sometimes people
That's a stupid question. How the hell would you guys know that?
can knock on the door and ask
And
the
say, hey,
neighbor.
by the way, are you a troublemaker?
they might ask you this. Say, how's the neighbors? Like, can you ask the seller, ask the realtor?
Do you think that's a stupid question?
I don't know, you're spending all that money? You want to know who your neighbors are? Are they
Would you ask?
dealing meth? Like, I don't know.
Would you ask?
You
No,
know,
Mike, would you ask?
I would do research.
I would do some research. I
Yeah.
would, to be honest, if you see the fence is like 10
Yeah.
feet tall and you can't see through it, there might be an issue there.
Uh,
Or if they built their own fence in front of the neighbor's fence,
It's
might
an
be
issue. But so I had a client. We were in the master bedroom. We're looking down on the backyard. You can kind of see all the lots. And he's like, "I love this house. It's a great house." I said, "Stop. Look at the neighbor." I said, "Look at that. What do you see?
Pile
A
of
spare
shit.
tire,
Yeah.
crates, a fucking rim that had firewood that they
Is
were
that
burning.
hoarder
And this
house?
was in Maple. It's not like it was like you're talking.
This was in their backyard?
It's funny you're saying that because you're telling me the story. I'm going through a story in my head that's exactly the
Same
same
thing.
in Maple.
Yeah, same
It's
thing.
weird.
I told it was Augie. And
Oh,
I
yeah.
said no, you can't buy. And he ended up buying in Clyburn. A great. He was going to buy that.
Oh, that
house.
was
a
steal
semi-detached next to that, and then he
Yeah.
bought this beautiful house on
Yeah,
Barn
yeah.
now. But anyway, yeah, same idea. I was like, no, you can't buy the house. You'll regret it. Yeah.
So we've already asked 3. Here's the 4th. Is there anything wrong with the house? Now,
These are not stupid questions.
But
these
are
are,
questions.
but these are stupid questions. Think
Why?
about it. Well, because if you're selling the house, you're not going to tell them if there's something wrong.
You're supposed to disclose if there is an issue. Yeah. If there's a
So that's
a
not a
line
stupid
defect.
question.
Yeah, no.
So part of this
Like if the
episode is
basement's-
all about if it's smart or stupid.
No, these are
valid
questions we get
yeah.
every
These are
with
va-
every
Is there anything
buyer.
wrong with the house? Like, I don't know. We should check.
Like like if someone's spending all that money and the basement leaks, they want to know.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about if they say to you, were they happy here? Like
little
how
vague.
would you answer?
I don't know.
That's a
No.
very odd, stupid question.
that one might be a little bit on the far.
Yeah, that
side,
one I don't think
feel.
I've-
like. I don't know if
I've
I can. I
How
don't
do
have
you-
a gauge for it.
I think I would look at how long the owners lived
Yeah.
there. If they lived there for a long time, I think they were happy.
And if they
it was a
repainted.
short period of time, I don't know.
Okay. What about it nowadays? People don't really know if the house is staged or not. So if someone says to you, "Is the house staged?" Is that a commonly asked question,
Yeah, I get that a lot.
Steve? Steve, why are you yawning? You had a cup of coffee.
I'm tired, man. I couldn't sleep last night. But
In his defense, he got a
Staged.
tooth pulled.
Staged,
yeah, I
Steve.
lost the tooth.
Staged.
Stage what?
Staged. Is the house staged? Is that
Yeah,
a
it's a normal
valid question?
Yeah,
Normal
people want to know.
question, yeah.
Okay.
That's a weird question because is the house staged? Like, who cares? Does it look? Do you like it? Does it look good?
I care.
Yeah.
I would care.
If it was
Because
staged?
yeah, of course.
Why?
So now, okay, it depends on the furniture. Is it really expensive stuff?
No,
I
but the
mean-
room sizes don't change. Ceiling height doesn't change. Everything stays the same. So I get that question. It's like, is it staged? Do you like it? You can do the same.
Yeah.
You know?
What about have the photos been edited? The photos from the listing.
That's actually fraud, right? That'll cause. You
No,
can't
all
do that.
photos are edited. What do you mean?
You can't. You have to disclose it. It's been edited.
Really?
Yeah, 100%.
That I
Even when
did
you
not
do
know.
when you do virtual staging, you got to have in your comments that it's been just that's not a representative of the actual furniture in that room.
So the second you do one little touch to a photo,
Well, think
it's
about it. If
edited.
you have a room like this and you virtually stage it, but those that's not representative of the size of that bar still, and they're smaller and it makes the room look bigger. You've really screwed with your buyer, right? Yeah, you can get screwed.
Perception.
Yeah.
What about this is the number 2. We're almost at the number 1. Are they flexible with the price and can I lowball them?
That's a common question.
What?
Yeah,
common?
yeah. Everyone's talking about price. Everyone wants the best deal, right?
To lowball?
Yeah, we throw low balls all the time.
What is low ball?
Yeah,
mean?
like I can't even say low ball.
Yeah.
Market
No,
value.
But you know what worries me about
Sometimes
lowball?
the
But where
price
did that word
too
come
high.
from? Low ball.
But you know, I get
research.
angry when sellers purposely
Where does
put-
the word low ball come from?
I get upset when sellers purposely put the house low because they want a bidding war.
Yeah, and then
That's upsetting to me. Because if you do your due diligence, you would see that the surrounding area is going for a certain price. Let's say going for $1 million,
Yeah.
and you put your house at
And that's why-
$699.
that's why you need a professional.
Oh, look. Low ball came from, it's obviously, it's American. It came to describe deceptive low offer or estimate. The word combines low, indicating small amount, with ball, which could be referencing baseball, where a low ball is a pitch thrown below the strike zone.
Throwing at the knees.
Below the strike zone, yeah. The sports analogy suggests it's something undesirable or less than expected. There you go. Learn something today, Stefano. What's number 1, buddy?
Okay, so number 1 might be I'm curious to know what you think, Steve. Primarily Steve, because Steve is funny this way. Why are they selling? Are they moving down south? Why are they selling? Are they moving down south?
I wouldn't say they
The
moving down
South
south.
doesn't
I've
count.
never got that, but
No.
It says this. They say this is hands down, without a doubt, the number 1 dumbest question that you should ever ask. Why are they selling? They're
wanna
selling
know
it
who
because they
this
sell.
person is that made this thing.
anonymous.
It's anonymous.
Stefano wrote it.
TorontoRealtyBlog.com. That's what they're saying.
These are common questions.
Oh, sorry.
They're all very
Can I drop the name?
Yeah.
Okay. Written by David Fleming.
David.
Google him. Who is he?
Yeah, David Fleming's
He
never.
writes about gardens.
David Fleming writes.
David
and he's
Fleming
never
is the
bought a
author
house.
of Toronto Realty Blog, founded in 2007. He combined his passion for writing and real estate to create a space where he tells the honest truth about what happens in the dynamic market of real estate. David is a licensed broker and the broker of record for Bosley Toronto Realty Group.
Yeah, he writes a lot of articles. Even
Yeah,
He wrote this one.
yeah.
I don't know. I think today that they wrote this.
This is a ghostwriter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe it wasn't him. He didn't
No.
approve it.
No, this
So-
is not a broker record right in there.
No.
So now off the cuff, because I'm in the process of
Nobody says why are they selling or they're moving up south. I've never heard the south thing.
No. The biggest thing is why
why
they're
they're
selling.
moving, yeah,
For
why
sure.
they're
They want to
selling.
know motivation. That
No,
they
that's
get
not
divorced.
true.
Of course.
And that
If it's
leads
an
all
older-
back into how's this house? Tell me
Well,
about this house.
Hold on
Yeah.
a second. What about if they're an older couple and you're assuming that they're going to retire down south because it's warmer?
No.
No.
You don't think
No,
so?
if they're an older couple, it's like, are they moving to an old folks home? Did the husband die? Did the wife
Yeah.
die? Did someone die in the
How,
house?
how much furniture is or how much clothing's in the man or woman's closet? It's a whole
Yeah.
thing.
Did they get divorced?
Yeah.
How
It's,
often?
it's going to motivation all the time.
How often lately have you guys been in situations where people are selling because they want to move down south? Have you seen it more and more or not really?
No.
Not really.
Everyone wants to go, but nobody goes, right? It's a tough thing. Snowbirds, clearly they've been doing it for years.
But that's
years.
more vacationing.
Yeah,
that's
and that's
not
usually a
necessarily like-
secondary property. I don't.
It's also 6 months they go for, so it's technically a long time.
Yeah, but they've been doing that forever. But I mean, a lot of young people are talking about it. I've never heard this much communication or conversation rather about moving out of the country. Someone moved to Dubai. Somebody told me just recently.
A few people.
Dude,
Yeah.
Dubai is really nice.
Do
Dubai
you
is
feel safe there?
Yeah, very.
You do.
1,000%.
I would never go there.
1,000%.
1,000,000% wouldn't.
Let
go
me
there.
ask you something. Have you heard of any crime there?
I don't give a shit.
And I'll tell you why.
I don't know-
Because
I
the
don't know-
royal family will kill you if you do.
Exactly. I don't.
I like that. I don't
don't-
mind that at all.
All right.
Really? Steve, have you ever been to Dubai?
No.
Will you ever go to Dubai?
Not interested.
Okay. Mike,
No.
you wouldn't go? Not even for a
No.
vacation? I would.
No, I'm okay.
I want to because
Okay, I'm not saying I won't
sure
go.
it's the safest place.
No, I'm not
Sure.
saying I won't go. There's a lot of other places I'll probably go before Dubai.
No, listen. Like, again, you're going into a regime that we're not used to. We're a Western society. Let's face it. As much as people think they want to dream about that, like that's a better life and this whole thing, until it's not. It's good until it's not. Until something happens where you're stuck on the other side of that, and then now you're succumb to whatever laws they have there in that country. Like that's not me. And I'm not gonna succumb. I'm not gonna put my kids in a situation like that.
So in Dubai, they have no tax.
Yeah,
At
And-
all. 'Cause
And
the
then
royal
you,
family
and then
pays
you
for
don't
it.
pay your tax and you get arrested or what? It's like people fleeing. I look at those Instagram accounts like, look at all these cars left at the airport. Like they're like, they don't. Something happens, or I don't know exactly how it is, but if you don't pay your bills or you're late on your bills, something like that, like they'll come for you, right?
Have you guys visited any like Africa, Egypt,
No.
any parts of that world?
No.
Japan.
Japan, I'd like to go.
Japan would be really nice. I
Yeah.
hear it's the nicest people.
It's beautiful. Great car culture. I love how they're very disciplined, very neat, clean.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, that'd be a really cool place to go. It's been
would-
on my bucket list.
It's on
for
your
sure.
bucket list?
Yeah, 1,000%.
So you know what? This is a good way to end this episode. Guys, what's your number one bucket list? What's the number one thing on your bucket
For
list?
travel?
For life. Just life in general. What's your number one? But I'm not talking about dream like.
I don't think there's anything.
Reality.
Number one. I think everything kind of
No.
correlates.
Dude, I did my number one.
What's
I
your
went to
number
see
one?
Bruce Lee's Tombstone. I
That's
did
your
that in
number one?
Vancouver. Yeah, because he's in Seattle. So I went to see it. That was my number one. So what's your number one, Mike? You got to have a number one bucket list. Is it going to Egypt, seeing the pyramids,
I'm really boring. I'm gonna be honest. This guy's asking me about
reading a
movies.
good book?
I read books, but he asks me about movies. I don't watch movies. No, for me,
Come on, Mike. There's
my,
got to
my
be
number,
one.
my goal is to give my kids opportunity. I'm gonna be honest, but I don't like. Do I have
Like a bucket list. Would you ever want to drive like a Ferrari?
That'll
More
probably
like
happen
own.
one day. I'm gonna be honest. Like it's not like a.
Steve, help me out here. What's on your
I
bucket list,
don't
man?
know.
Obviously,
But
Japan is one
I'm
of
not
them.
gonna say number one. I think it's say like what's in the bucket.
All right, fine. How about this?
What's in the
What's
bucket?
in your bucket list?
Yeah, owning a Ferrari, owning a boat, having a house in
Going to
Europe,
Japan.
like for travel for sure. Going to Japan. One of the goals is when the kids are in college, as they call it in America, and now me and my wife have more time, and let's just say more where I don't have to be in the office or hands on as I used to, or need to be rather. We're gonna be on. We're gonna do the Formula One circuit. So the whole goal is to do the whole Formula One circuit in 1 year. So if it's 24 races, do 24, whatever it is, all the continents in the world.
Did you go to Miami, the Miami one?
No, I didn't go. It's
It
too
was
expensive.
right there. Too expensive.
Too expensive, yeah. Plus, it was timing. We might go to Texas. If you're interested, Mike, let's do it.
Maybe
Tex-
Do
they
you wanna
have-
go?
They have tax. I'll go for sure.
October.
Yeah, I'm down.
'Cause we gotta buy the tickets now.
Have you guys
Yeah.
gone to Montreal?
Yeah, I've been.
That's amazing.
No, I haven't.
You haven't, Mike?
No, I haven't.
You must experience.
We can
it.
go to
No, I
Texas and
wouldn't.
do Austin. We can do the Austin music, all that stuff.
Is
down-
that-
Even if we can go to the mothership, I'd love to do that comedy.
Yeah,
shit too.
Joe Rogan, of
Yeah,
course.
that'd be great. Yeah, it'd be sick. We'll do like a few days.
Do you know what he has on his very first night?
Of what?
Of his, like, if you go to the mothership, right? You can, the very first thing he does, you know what he does? He says, Mike, look at the camera and tell them where they can find you.
Ooh,
That's what he
fuck,
does.
Sniper, this
Fuck,
guy.
that was good.
Yeah, he hit it.
I
up.
had you
was
guys
like,
good.
what is he doing?
Yeah, I wanted to know. I listened to
So
Joe
no,
Rogan.
you know what he does do? So he does something called Kill
Tony.
Tony
On Mondays.
So, on Mondays, but now he's moving into Fridays too. So
Two
basically,
nights a week?
Yeah. Oh, because it's so successful.
Oh wow.
And he goes in there, and some of these guys
No,
absolutely
that's
kill
it's
it.
not Joe Rogan. It's Tony Hinchcliffe.
Correct,
Yeah.
but it's Joe Rogan's nightclub.
Yeah, but he
And-
doesn't manage it. He's
no-
got people.
Yeah, of course, but that's still his
Yeah.
thing. But they're getting all these big up and comers like comedians, and they're fucking funny. I always thought comedy and boxing were the two things I thought were gonna die out, and then it takes people like
No.
Joe Rogan or people like Jake Paul to revive boxing and revive comedy. Think about it.
Jake Paul in boxing.
Jake Paul, he's fighting Mike Tyson.
I
Yeah.
know. Yeah, no, I know he's fighting Mike, but
Yeah,
Mike
but-
Tyson's
well, think
fucking
about it.
bringing that
Well,
together.
think about
He can-
no before Jake Paul, who was even watching
I
boxing?
know, but I'm gonna watch it because Mike Tyson's there.
I think Mike
Tyson's
Tyson
my
was even
fucking
saying
hero.
that
I've
he
been
thought it
watching him
was
since
No,
1986.
No, I love him. What were you saying?
Wasn't Tyson saying like he has helped bring it back type thing?
Tyson, no. Jake Paul, yes. Jake Paul did a huge resurgence for boxing.
Really?
Huge. UFC fighters now, guys who he's taking people off the streets and they're going back into the gym to work out to become like him. So listen, Jake Paul is a piece of crap, but he's doing a lot for.
I don't think he's a piece of crap.
Yeah, he's a piece of crap.
brilliant marketer.
He's a brilliant marketer, but as a human being, he's a piece of crap.
I think he played the villain. The villain always wins, buddy.
He was also a Disney actor.
Yeah, he was.
So, but like I said, Mike, you look at that camera right there and you tell him who's boss.
Who's boss?
Where can they find you, Mike?
Instagram, Spotify,
What's
YouTube.
What's your Instagram account?
At Mike Getty Realtor.
That's right, Steve.
You say it, buddy. Let me hear you say it.
Steve Zelenardo, and we'll see them next time.
You sound like an MC.